Comrades, I have made a terrible discovery. There are traitors among us. Yes, comrades. In league with Jones and Snowball. To destroy Animal Farm. Who else is guilty? Stand up and confess!
Hey guys, what's going on? It's the Defi bro. Welcome to another YouTube video. How are you guys doing? I'm chilling. I mean, the animal farm is about to relaunch, so it couldn't get better than that. I'm chilling. Today's video, I'm going to be discussing the animal farm in summary. I'm not going to be going into so much detail. For some of you that already know the animal farm, the biggest, the greatest farm that ever existed, the greatest yield farming protocol that has ever been created. Our own farm, the farm that belongs to the people, the farm where we have ownership, where we decide what happens. It's been going through some rough times. We've been paused for a while, but we're back now to make some money. If you were in the farm before it was paused, I'm sure you were making some money. There is no way you were in the farm before it was paused and you're not making money. So today, I'm just going to explain the portions of the farm that will be opening back up and try to help us understand how they work and my own strategy of what I'm going to be doing in those sections that are open. Okay, guys, so I will try to break down the animal farm the best I can, but today's video is going to be more of a summary of focused on some particular parts of the farm. And when we go further, I'll give reasons to why I'm focusing on some particular parts of the farm. But I'm going to do a quick overview of the entire farm. The animal farm is the first deflationary, fully decentralized ownership yield farm lending protocol where participants earn as owners of the network. Now, what this simply means is, as we know, DeFi claims to be fully decentralized, but as we've come to see, a lot of time it's more centralized than decentralized. But what the animal farm protocol, the initiative behind it, is taking the power into the hands of the participants in the farm, where the participants have governorship power over the farm and decide how the farm is run. The animal farm is a dual token farming system where we have the pigs and the dogs token. Now, like the story of the animal farm goes, if anybody is familiar with the book The Animal Farm by George Orwell, the pigs were more of the governors, the controllers, while the dogs were like the guards, the security. So that's the same way it works. The pigs token serves as the governance token, which is the token that you have to own to be an owner, to have decision power in the farm. Then the dog tokens is the farming tokens, basically. So here it talks about how you can accumulate your pigs, which are the governance tokens. And I would go through how this works going forward. So basically, that's the home page. So let's skip this. Currently, the farm is undergoing a migration. So the farm is paused currently, which is why I said I'm not going to talk about the entire farm. I'm going to focus only on the parts that are about to be relaunched. But quick overview, in the farms, we can see we have a variety of farms. We have the core tokens, which is the dogs BUSD, dogs wrap BNB, drip BUSD. Like I said, the drip was integrated into the farm and made a core token. The core tokens are the core farming pools are the pools that can earn pigs. As you can see, we have the dogs BUSD, dogs BNB, then drip BUSD was also made a core farm. Then the non-core farms are the other combination of other tokens that you can use to farm dogs. We have the BNB BUSD, USDT BUSD, a lot of them. As you can see, a lot of them having various APR percentage, earning percentages, APR percentages. But I'm not going to go through all this because the farm is currently paused. But I'm just showing you an overview of the wide array of pools that are available here, where you can easily come and park your stables and earn sweet yield. So imagine parking your USDT BUSD stable in a very safe farm where you are yielding 97% APR, free money. So the pools we have, the only core pool is the dogs pool that earns pigs. All the other ones are single asset pools that earn dogs, but this is also paused at the moment, so I would not go through this. Now, the pig pen, I would come back to this. This is where you stake the pigs, the governance token. I would come back to this. Then we have a referral system. Of course, it has a referral system where you earn a commission. I think you earn about 2%. And referral is based on your pig stake. We have the drip liberation. This is basically a contract that was made to be able to make drip BUSD LP without being charged the LP fee. So basically you can use any of the major tokens, put it into the contract, and it creates a drip BUSD LP without you paying the fees required normally to create an LP. The drip garden is also part of the ecosystem. It's basically a miner, a drip BUSD miner. It's been going for 6 months and going strong. Let me connect this so we can have perspective. Okay, so this would load up. So it's been going for 6 months now. As you can see, I have 300 and 119 plants earning about, this is I think about $1,000 or about $800, earning about 2 to 3% daily, which I can either compound. I can either compound by planting, or I can withdraw by harvesting, and it pays me in drip BUSD LP. As you can see, I have about $26 currently sitting here, which I would compound later. Then we have the piggy bank. I'll also be talking about this. The piggy bank basically it's you can't call it a minor contract because that's doing disservice to it. It's like a staking contract that has a locked. I would explain it. It says piggy bank is the first ever non-inflationary variable time staking annuity. So it's like a minor contract which has a staking ability to it. Simply put, you stake your pig BUSD or pig BNB LP and time lock it. So for time locking it, you have a percentage interest you get for time locking it. But now the difference is you are not paid this percentage upfront. Say you lock it for 1 month and it gives you 10%. It doesn't give you just 10% of your principal. What it does is when you time lock it, the dividends that you get every day can be compounded. So the percentage you earn is added to this dividend and you can compound the percentage. So your initial interest might be 10%, but because you continuously compound that interest along with your dividends, it's going to end up being way more than 10% at the end of your time lock. But I'll come back to it when I want to do a deeper overview. Now, this is the white paper you should go through this. Very important. Actually, you don't need to go through this. I'm going to put a link to the newer contract. This contract has just been upgraded, so I'm going to put a link to a newer contract, so you should ignore this actually. Then we have lottery coming soon, we have votes coming soon, so a lot. So that's basically the overview of the farm. Now let me talk primarily on the pigpen and the piggy bank contract. So basically the pigpen is like a staking platform where you stake the pig tokens and earn BUSD. So basically, the pigs are the governance token of this ecosystem. The pigs give you voting power in this ecosystem. So basically, you either buy pigs from PancakeSwap, the open market, or you can farm pigs in the core pools, which is the dogs BUSD, dogs WBNB, drip BUSD, or the dogs single asset pools. Now, the pigs you earn, this is currently paused, so you would not really see values, but it's coming back live tomorrow. The pigs you earn or you buy, you stake them here. Now, the staking has a time lock as well of 50 days. Now, for this 50 days that is locked, it gets unlocked 2% per day. So in 50 days, it will be fully, whatever you stake would be fully unlocked in 50 days. Now, the pigs, when you stake them here, they earn BUSD. The first advantage of this is it doesn't earn the native tokens, which is pigs, so it doesn't increase sell pressure. That's one. Then the BUSD earns, it's gotten from the farm. There's this it's like an invention that was made by the dev where the liquidity from this farm is staked on a bigger dex like PancakeSwap to earn yield, and that yield is used to pay stakers in the pigpen contract. So whatever amount is here, for example, if you see the farm, when the farm was active, it had a TVL of over 300 million. So that 300 million is being staked in the back end on PancakeSwap, and it's earning yield, and that yield, which is in millions, is being used to pay people that are staked in the pigpen. Now, the extra innovations that have been made to this pigpen is that aside that, the fees, the contract fees that are collected from the farm, as you can see, to get into these pools, you have there is a fee of 4% to get into these farms. So now these fees are used also to pay stakers of the pig pen. And not just that, a new innovation that has been done is it has also become a reflective token where stakers in the pig pen don't only earn BUSD, they also get reflections of pigs. Now, what's the advantage of this new innovation? One, the sell pressure has been reduced because the pigs are staked. Currently, over 90% of pigs in circulation are locked in either the piggy bank stake or the pigpen stake. So that's one. Then, secondly, you are not earning in the native token. So the BUSD you earn can use. But I'm going to explain at the end uh, uh, a circle of earning that you can create from the pigpen. So basically, you stake your pigs locked for 50 days. It earns BUSD and also reflective pig tokens, which can be compounded while it's staked to earn more. So basically, that's how the pigpen works. Now, pig stakers are going to have the voting power to vote on proposals of people that want to have partnership with the farm. People that are staked in the pigpen have the power to vote for proposals. So the when the migration is done. If you were previously staked in the pigpen, your funds that are staked in the pigpen are going to be returned to the, you are going to have an option. One option is to return them to the pigpen and they will be staked, they will be locked for 50 days. The other option you would have is to pair them with BUSD and put them in the piggy bank. But if you are staked in the pigpen, there is no option of it going back to your wallet. Now this is good because it's going to really reduce sell pressure, because the farm has been locked for about 2 months now, and a lot of people have been clamoring that they want to sell their pigs, they want to do this, they want to do that. If pigs are released back into the market, the sell pressure is going to be too high and it's going to affect the entire ecosystem negatively. So I think this is a necessary sacrifice that everybody has to take. So basically, that's the summary of the pig pen. And now we would go to the piggy bank. Now, the piggy bank on its own, now this is the first ever non-inflationary variable time staking annuity. Stake your pigs BUSD LP tokens to earn up to 3% daily ROI. Then to unlock referral bonuses, you must have dogs stake in the single asset pool. Now, this looks as though it's not much, but let me break down what this means. This means you are locking your LP and it's earning 3% daily. So unlike miners, where when you lock your, when you put in your LP, it gives you 3%, you either compound or you withdraw. Now this, the difference between this is your stakes are time locked. If anybody is familiar with Hex, Hex made mad millionaires everywhere. This is Hex Pro Max. You stake your LP and it is time locked. And depending on the duration of the time lock, the length of the time lock, you are given a percentage bonus for time locking. So say you lock for 1 month, it might give you 5% extra bonus on your principal for time locking. Now, if you lock for 1 month, if you lock for 2 months, it gives you 10. If you lock for 3 months, it gives you 20. I'm not, no, don't quote me on this. I'm just calling percentages. Now, this stakes you are locked still pays you the 3% daily, which you can compound. So let's say you start with an LP of, let's say you start with 10 LP and you have, for example, it's currently paused, it's going to relaunch tomorrow. So let's say you stake LP, it gives you piglets. So let's say it gives you 10 piglets and you stake those 10 piglets, and it's those 10 piglets are giving you about, okay, let's use 100. Those 100 piglets are giving you 3 piglets per day. Now, and you staked it for 1 month. Now, those, if you compound those 3 piglets every day, roughly in 1 month, it should have given you about 30 times 3, which is about 90 piglets. In addition, it's going to be way more than that because of continuous compounding. I'm just giving a rough estimate, which is going to give you about 190 at the end of your staking time stake. Now, that 190 at the end of your time stake is the principal you have. So now that 190 is going to be giving you about 4.5 or 5 piglets per day. Now, where the bonus comes in is that if you got a 5% bonus to the 100, which means you are supposed to have 105 as your principal before you start the staking. Now, that 5% is going to be given to you gradually. So for every time you compound, you get a percentage of that 5%. So what you compound, instead of it being 3, it might be 3.2, if you understand what I'm trying to say. So people have to understand the logic behind this. So if you stake for 1 year, you might stake about $100, and at the end of the 1 year, that $100, the value of that principal at the end of a 1 year stake could be running to tens of thousands of dollars, if you understand the logic behind the piggy bank. Now, lastly, I said I was going to talk about a loop. and any loop you have here. So say for example, you have some tokens that you have lying around. You have BNB, you have BUSD, you have USDT, you have some tokens lying around, and you pair them and you stick them in the farm. You're earning dogs, and you buy some dogs off the market and pair them in the dog BSD or dogs BNB, or you take your BUSD BNB, come to the drip liberation and create drip LPs, drip BUSD LPs, and you stick them, and you're earning dogs and pigs. So you earn dogs here. The dogs you earn here, you take them to the pig pen, you stick them in the pig pen. Now these dogs you stick in the pig pen earn BUSD. The BUSD it gives you here, you can either withdraw it, fine, or you can, if you believe in the project and its long-term potential, you can still take that BUSD you earned here, bring it back to the drip liberation contract, create a drip BUSD LP, stake it in the drip BUSD farm. It earns more pigs for you. Those pigs you are earning, you are still bringing them back to the pig pig pen, staking them and earning BUSD. Now you can either do that, or some of the pigs you earn, you pair them with the BUSD that is being paid from the pig pen, create pigs BUSD LP, stake them in the pig bank, time lock them, compound them. So the entire ecosystem works in a way where one part of the ecosystem helps feed the other part of the ecosystem, if you understand what I'm trying to say. So basically, it's a very interesting ecosystem where making an investment into the ecosystem feeds itself. You can create a pattern for yourself. You want to take profits once a week, you want to take profits once a month, whatever works for you. But it creates a loop where the money you make makes you more money. It's a loop. It keeps making you more money, making you more money. Meanwhile, all the assets you own still belong to you. The pigs that are here that are earning money for you belong to you. You can take them out after the 50-day lock-in stake. They are still your pigs. The tokens you have staked here that are working for you still belong to you. You can withdraw them at any time you want. The only fine you get here is the deposit fee you pay to get into the pool. And if you are in the core pools have a 0% deposit fee, so you don't pay any fee to be in the core pools. So if you see this, it's a round system where you can earn and use what you earn to earn and use what you earn to earn, and you can always take profit whenever you want to take profit. Now don't pay too much attention to the price of pigs and dogs at the moment, because these were the price before it was paused. So when it's on pause, I think tomorrow, on Thursday, to be on pause on Thursday, depending on when you see this video, it's going to be on post on the 4th or the 5th, I think, of May. There will be a lot of volatility in this. If the price goes down, it's just an opportunity for you to dollar cost average into any of these, more advisably into pigs, and get them into the pig pen to work for you. Or if you can dollar cost into average into dogs and get them into the farm to earn pigs for you and take them. Some people prefer to earn pigs rather than buy pigs. Some prefer to buy because it's faster. So basically, that's the circle. I call it the circle of life, the circle that I said I was going to discuss. So, own strategy of the money circle, how I plan on recycling money within the ecosystem. But like I said earlier, I said the developers were trying to push a new UI, so that just came out. So I would use the new UI to explain my strategy, because the new UI features only, just see how clean this new UI is. The new UI features only the parts of the farm that are going to be active from tomorrow. So there's no point connecting my wallet now, because this is just the UI. The contract has not been linked to the UI. So basically, this is just the UI. So what I plan on doing is, I already, before the pause, I had some pigs in the pig pen already. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be putting them back into the pig pen. When I put them back into the pig pen, they would be earning me pigs and BUSD. Mostly BUSD as reward, then pigs as reflections, as I explained earlier. Now, I could either use this, compound these pigs back into the pig pen to increase the BUSD yield I'm getting, or I could pair the pigs to the BUSD and use them to get a stake, to add an additional stake in the piggy bank, if you understand what I mean. You know, the piggy bank, you use the pigs BUSD LP, and now the pig pen that is coming out gives you BUSD as rewards for staking and reflection pigs. So I could as well take those pigs and BUSD, pair them up, create a stake in the piggy bank and stake it. That stake, say I create a 1 month stake, that stake would also be earning me money in the back end for the next 1 month. But because it's time stake, I won't be able to claim it. I'll just be compounding it till the stake is over in 1 month. Then I can start claiming dividends from that stake. So doing, I would just be recycling money. But what I would also be doing is in the pig pen, maybe twice a week, I would claim the BUSD dividends and just take it as profit. Or I'll claim some of the pigs dividends and take it as profit. It's always good to take profit. So just make sure you have a healthy circle of taking profits, and as well as trying to increase your stake in the platform. It features, the new UI features the pig pen, the piggy bank, the pig credit. It's how we submitted our pigs when the contract was posted and was being migrated. It will also be how you claim your pigs back. Then here we have documentations, we have the home page. Just, can you see how clean this new UI is? So clean. Anyways, that's my brief run through of the piggy bank. I will also do a mini video when it goes live tomorrow to show you the real life stats of what I have in the pen, and also a quick run through of how I intend to play the animal farm this time around. So yeah, that will be where we'll be pulling the curtains on this video. Please do us a favor, like the video if you come across it, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification, because I'll be dropping different videos on drip, on animal farm, and on some other platforms that I'm involved in. Subscribe to support the channel, like the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.